Tonight, KTN can now confirm that a special team mandated to come up with a special lineup within the united opposition that will face President William Ruto at the ballot come 2027 is finalizing its work. According to a document seen by KTN, Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka remains the preferred presidential flag bearer for the united opposition, with either former Interior CS Fred Matiang'i, DAP party leader Eugene Wamalwa, and Trans Nzoia Governor George Natembeya being floated to be Kalonzo's running mate. And as our senior political affairs reporter Chris Thyro details, DCP party leader and former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua would claim the position of Prime Cabinet Secretary, with PLP party leader Martha Karua taking the Speaker's position of either Houses of Parliament. Listen in.
24 months to the much-awaited 2027 general election, and the united opposition are strategizing day and night on how to remove President William Ruto from power through the ballot come August 10th, 2027.
Ati mpango yao Ruto must go. Sasa Ruto must go itakusaidia na nini?
And as outrightly stated by President Ruto, the opposition has been consulting widely from politicians, professionals and businessmen on the best lineup within the united opposition that will send Ruto home. KTN was privileged to get a glimpse of some of the proposed lineups from a document prepared by a special team mandated to come up with a formidable team that will face President Ruto at the ballot. Something to note is that in all the lineups proposed by the team, Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka remains the most preferred presidential flag bearer to face Ruto at the ballot. The Wiper Party leader seemed to have taken over the position of leader of opposition from ODM leader Raila Odinga since he joined the broad-based government.
You see, Kalonzo is controlling about 2 million votes, maybe even 2.3. And he is, as a presidential candidate, the moment the Mount Kenya supports him, then you can expect the Gambas will do a 90% turnout.
We in the opposition should be charged to come with a scientific method of helping Kenyans decide ahead of time who is this one presidential candidate they want from the opposition. And if it is picked to be you, Chris Thyro, let us all, abandon our egos.
The first proposed lineup puts Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka to be the presidential flag bearer of the united opposition, with former Interior CS Dr. Fred Matiang'i being his running mate. Former Deputy President and DCP party leader Rigathi Gachagua will take the position of Prime Cabinet Secretary, with PLP party leader Martha Karua taking over the position of Speaker of the National Assembly, while DAP party leader Eugene Wamalwa taking over the position of Senate Speaker. DP party leader Justin Muturi taking the position of Attorney General, which he held in the Kenya Kwanza administration for 2 years.
Sisi tunajenga nyumba yetu.
Trans Nzoia Governor George Natembeya, who has been pushing to gain popularity in Luhya politics with his Tawe slogan, will be convinced to seek a second term as the governor, and if he fails to get the position, he'll be assured of a cabinet secretary position, and more so the powerful interior docket.
Mount Kenya has been traumatized to the extent that the feeling of betrayal runs very deep.
We should not have a presidential candidate from the mountain, because I know what that means to William.
If there is such an arrangement, it won't deliver because it will avoid the split you are talking about. And it will also make sense because Gachagua will still be significant, higher than the deputy, basically, because of his personality.
The second lineup is to have Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka as the presidential flag bearer, with DAP party leader Eugene Wamalwa being his running mate. Gachagua will maintain the Prime Cabinet Secretary position. Same case with PLP party leader Martha Karua, with Matiang'i taking the position of Senate Speaker.
Western has always been a battlefield. The Luhya people seem to enjoy being the audience.
He is extremely fearful of an election against him where the mountain has not been divided.
The worst thing Mount Kenya can do is to run a presidential candidate. If they do that, don't bother Ruto gets a through pass, okay? Because also you won't be able to turn it against them. You won't be able to tell the country that, well, we have not performed because these guys have been bothering us, so they can come back to the seat.
The third lineup is to have Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka as the presidential flag bearer, with Trans Nzoia Governor George Natembeya being his running mate.
It turns out that the United Opposition decides that their running mate is going to be Eugene Wamalwa or George Natembeya or any of those Luhya people out there. Then it should not surprise me to see President William Ruto saying that we are going this time round with Musalia Mudavadi as the running mate.
If they choose a wrong flag bearer, you'll be giving William Ruto a landing, a silver landing on a silver platter.
If Gachagua contest, trust me, Ruto will win the election, okay? Any other person, they cannot make Ruto win. It's not possible.
However, there are youthful politicians in the opposition who still feel that it's time for change, and all leaders who have been there to be brought out and bring fresh blood that will bring fresh ideas.
Leaders who have served in Moi government, who have served in Kebaki's government, who have served in Uhuru's government, are now serving in Ruto's government, have no capacity to deliver this nation from the bondage it has suffered for 60 years.
This time, I don't think the opposition will split because the cost is too high. The cost for splitting outweighs any benefit which may arise from splitting.
The litmus test for the opposition leaders is unity of purpose, given that all the top leaders within the united opposition have presidential ambitions. The special team is yet to finalize the proposals before presenting them to the top leaders of the united opposition. Former Chief Justice David Kenani Maraga, and who has already declared his interest to vie for the presidency come 2027, comes in as the third force. Though in the opposition and in the front line criticizing the Ruto administration, he has not been keen to associate himself with the united opposition team. However, it will be a matter of wait and see which team between the opposition and the Kenya Kwanza team will be unveiling their lineups first before the campaigns kick off. In the 2022 general election, the Kenya Kwanza team unveiled its lineup 3 months to the polls. Well, will the united opposition remain united until the Erastus Ethicon team of IEBC blows the last whistle? Chris Dairu, KTN, Nairobi.